Hello, my name is Doug Sadler. I am the Principal of Human Resources and Information Technology at the WECDSB, Windsor Essex Catholic District School Board. And I'm doing this video today to talk to you a little bit about Makey and some of the neat things that we're doing with Makey at the board. So today I had the pleasure of visiting St. Rose School, and I'm going to show you some of the cool things that they're doing there. But before I do that, I'm going to discuss a little bit about what a Makey is. So Makey is a little program board that plugs into a computer or an iPad or a Chromebook or something like that using a USB port. And basically, you can use these different arrows here, or a left click on a mouse or a space bar. Keys are inputted into the board and then make that action happen onto the computer. And the way you do that is by closing the circuit using a person. So, for example, you could use a piece of fruit or anything that conducts electricity by hooking up these leads to the board. And if you have a lead hooked up to the right arrow, every time you hit that particular banana, for example, the computer will write arrow. So in this example here, the person has made a joystick of Play-Doh, and it can use it to control a Mario Brothers video game. So if you go to the Makey.com site, there are tons of different examples that you can do. An example here is they made a joystick out of a piece of paper, drew on there, so use their creative side to create the joystick buttons, assigned a command for each of those leads to go left and right, up and down. And when you close the circuit by touching the graphite, it transfers electricity through to the lead and then into the computer. So there's a lot of cool things you can do with it. And basically there's a quick diagram there. One wire connects to the person. You complete this circuit with some sort of item that the lead's connected to, and then it goes into the Makey and then into the computer. So all this mumbo jumbo, what does it actually mean? Well, you can do some really cool projects. So here's one here that we videotaped. Go, Lila.
I made a guitar, and I attached the Makey parts to it.
Okay.
And
what's all this stuff on the screen?
Well, that's I picked the sound for it.
So what we're looking at here is a program called Scratch, and the student was able to assign when the space key is pressed, then it will play a guitar strum. When the up arrow is pressed, then it'll do an A on an electric bass, and so on. So using a very simple Scratch program, you can assign these keys, so you could type these in on the keyboard, but as you can see, it's way more fun when you make your own instrument and then attach the leads.
Okay. And then I put them on there for which one I would press.
Okay, can you play the guitar for me? Wow, that's fantastic. Thanks a lot. All right, so that was pretty exciting. Oops. There we go. That was pretty exciting to look at. Here's another one where a student did their own artwork. You can actually record your own sound effects, and when you click on the different animals, the sound effect actually comes through. This is a neat project where they are designing their own, that's using a Chromebook box, where they are taking this emoticon, recreating them, and they can make cutouts in here, attach the leads, and create kind of an operation style game. So this is just the beginning of that particular project. So there's a lot of cool things going on in Miss Cd's class at St. Rose. So I was able to visit there today thanks to Lori Clement letting me know what's going on. And you can just see some of the action here where they have to complete their artwork first and kind of plan it out and work on that. There's our student here working on programming her sound effects that she's going to use. some different projects. And again, most of these projects you can find already on YouTube. There's a shot just to show you, like, there's a lot of action going on. Everyone's doing their artwork, using stations to create different projects, doing their audio. So it's a really neat activity. So here's another one. Again, it's not an original idea, but here we have Julia, who created a step piano, and you can see many different versions of that online. So she completes the circuit by stepping on each step, going into the Makey, and then it translates into the Chromebook. So she used tin foil and attached the lead to tin foil. And in a Makey kit, you actually get copper wire that you could do with that. And if you go online, you can see a little more sophisticated version of it, but that was a good job there. Here you can see an example of where we actually used the dog to do the same thing. Okay, so the dog is actually connected to the Jacob here, and Jacob's connected to Julia, and they're completing the circuit as he taps on the floor there. So it's actually kind of neat. So lots of cool things going on with Makey. It does get crazy when you go online and look at the different examples that you can do. Here's a very advanced one, professional one by Pizza Hut. So you get the idea. Basically, they've hooked up the leads into the different sauces. The electricity transfers and completes the circuit through the pizza, through the sauce, into the musician here, and you have a really cool sounding video. So that's a professional version. But again, Makey, it's really exciting. There are kits that have all the leads and everything you need for about $80. They're available at Best Buy if you're interested in getting your own. And if your school happens to be involved in the grade 3 robotics program, you will be getting a Makey set coming your way. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed my update on Makey at the WECDSB.